How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Michigan State Spartans Dynasty here. Episode 5, I believe it is, and big news on our football front. We are currently ranked. We started out 25th, had a bye week, so we got to simulate a little bit forward, and we actually jumped up 2 more spots. So your Spartans currently sit at number 23 in the nation, with a matchup in Lincoln, Nebraska coming up. The Cornhuskers may not have had a ton of tough competition, but they are 3-1, had a big 9-point win over the Wolverines, and a bye week to rest up. So they're going to be hungry, and they're going to be ready to fight when we go to Lincoln. This team is very close to us talent-wise and overall-wise. And, you know, I know he's joked about a lot, but Dylan Raiola in this game is a dog. He can sling the rock. He can move. He's got good agility and good break sack, good awareness in the backfield. 10 touchdowns, 1 pick, and almost 1,000 yards through 4 games so far. This guy is good, and we are going to have to play great defense if we want to lock them down. Marquez Watson-Trent is their defensive leader. He's a good linebacker, may not be the best in pass coverage, but he's going to tackle you and he's going to run you down, and that's probably the strongest part of his game. They did bring Dyansty in the transfer portal, senior wide receiver, very talented guy. Same thing with Sierra White, but at running back, we're not going to get to see Emmett Johnson. He is injured right now, so we're going to have to look for their backup running backs. Quentin Ives, the sophomore out of New Jersey, and true freshman Jamarian Parker out of St. Louis. Those are the 2 guys that are going to be running that backfield mostly for them, with Johnson out due to injury for the foreseeable future. Outside of Dane Key, you've got Ja'Cory Barney Jr., Isaiah Hunter, and Janarian Bonner and Tanner Turch. So they've got a good, talented receiving room. Their tight end room's pretty talented as well. Mac Markaway, Heinrich Harburg, and Luke Lindenmeyer. So two or three very talented tight ends. Their offensive line group, don't get me started on them. Almost every single position has an 80 or higher overall. This offensive line group is very talented. 2 people are technically under 80, but due to boost, they are an 80 or higher. On the defensive line, Williams Waniri is there, the redshirt freshman. He's an 83 overall. He is very talented, and he has got a lot of time to develop. Cameron Linhart Jr. at the right edge, and then defensive tackle Elijah Judy is their leader. Riley Van Poppel is injured, so we won't see him. Desan McCullough is their left outside linebacker, or one of their outside linebackers. Going to be all over the field. That guy makes plays with 93 acceleration, and I'm interested to see if we see Willis McGahee's son play much at all, as he's their backup there. Javin Wright is the middle linebacker, pretty solid, and then obviously we saw Marquez Watson-Trent there. I guess I would say main guy there on defense. He's the signal caller. He is the leader, and he basically boosts morale on this team. At cornerback, Sierra Wright is their leader. Senior cornerback, very good in coverage all around, press, man zone, and play recognition. That guy is good and fast. Malcolm Hartzog and Bly Hill are behind him. Marquez Buford Jr. is their free safety there at an 85 overall. And as I mentioned, this game alone, just off of talent, is tight, and it's going to be difficult, but much less because we have to come into Lincoln. This crowd is going to be rowdy, despite, you know, not having the most success the last decade or so, since at one point they were a blue blood program. Cornhusker fans are crazy. They love this team, and they are very, very happy to support this team. And with the 3-1 start, they do not want to have a repeat of last year where they started really strong and fell off the cliff. They are looking for a continued success or sustained success under Matt Rule here in year 2, I believe. And we're here to stop that. We are 4-0. Nebraska's 3-1. Let's see who kind of, which one of us messes up first, as we will give it to the Cornhuskers offensive unit to start the day. Just a touchback there on the first kickoff, as Nebraska and Dylan Raiola are trotting out on the field. And here's the keys to the game today. For the Spartans, they need to win outside, and for Nebraska, hit early and hit often. They want to play some grueling, aggressive defense against this Michigan State offense and try to get some injuries, get some wear and tear, and knock some guys out of this game. A quick RPO here to start the day. That's about 4 from Dylan Raiola. I expect a lot of very fast passes, and maybe, you know, to kind of manufacture a running game, since their running back room is a little bit injured, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter too much, as a couple of broken tackles on the first play of the game, or first carry of the game for Quentin Ives, gets him about 7 and a first down, moving the chains already for Nebraska. Dylan Raiola is going to go quick outside. That one's caught. That might have been Barney Jr., but Dontavius Nash, a little bit of a bruiser. He's going to be out for a couple of plays in this one. 3rd and 3 now. Raiola stepping up, launching downfield, and it's caught. Dylan Raiola slinging the rock downfield. I believe that was Dyansty. I could be wrong, but their star receiver makes the grab in coverage, and now they're going to give it back to Quentin Ives. Good blocking and good running, good ball carrier vision. He's 2 for 18. Last time out, he had 72 yards, so they are doing just fine without Emmett Johnson. Now it's an RPO. Raiola keeps it. He's going to go out to Dyansty. Dyansty's got it, and he's got it down around the 10. 2 grabs for him. And about 34 yards already. The Cornhuskers offense is moving rapidly. They're going to give the read option to Raiola. He's going to cut inside, and that was too easy for the Cornhuskers. Big Red strikes first, and Patrick Mahomes Jr. is going to hit the, I don't even know what he's calling that, but it doesn't matter. A 10-yard touchdown scamper, and the Balloons are set free here in Lincoln, Nebraska Memorial Stadium. Number 15 calls his own number, and he gets an easy one there with the touchdown run. Good start for Nebraska. I'm interested to see if they can keep that up. They don't necessarily have the numbers or the running room, so maybe they're going to try and manufacture a running game with Dylan Raiola a little bit more. Now we get our first chance to look at Michigan State and see them try to establish the running game. Elijah Tolliver hasn't quite met his week 1 stats, but he's still doing pretty solid. They're going to give it to him on the air now, or through the air now, and that's another 9-yard carry. So Jack Velling, unfortunately, goes down early in this one. He will be unable to return as they go back to Tolliver, and that one's stuffed on the right side. 2nd and inches turns to 3rd and 1. Aiden Childs under center, going to dump it down to Masunis, and he has got a first down. Good job there by Aiden Childs getting it underneath to the backup tight end. Without Jack Velling, these guys have to get involved. The tight end position is big for this team. And Jack Velling, or why did I say Jack Velling? Elijah Judy gets to Aiden Childs. That's a loss of 17 after a penalty. Or I should say loss of 7, and after a penalty, another 10. So we are now 2nd and 27. Aiden Childs is going to take off. No, he's going to sling it, and it's caught. Rodney Bullard catches it. Aiden Childs, they're going to say he was past the line of scrimmage, so that sends us back even more. 3rd and 32. Childs rolls out. Good protection. He's going to sling it downfield, and that one's caught. Amari Kelly. Big grab. First down. All those loss of yards don't even matter. We're resetting now at the 21-yard line, 2nd and inches. Childs doesn't like what he sees. This crowd is a little rowdy. They're trying to get this defense hyped. Tolliver's going to run it, and he does have enough for the first down. So just a quick little simple scamper there as we now have a 2nd and 10. Aiden Childs, man open, and he just sails it over the head of the tight end. That was not the best pass I've seen from Aiden Childs today or this season, and you've got to be able to hit on those. Now 3rd and 10. Childs looking to throw. Got him, man, but it's just not where it needs to go. And trying to target the 3rd-string tight end once again, but just not able to get him open. So we're going to settle for the field goal here from the 17-yard line. 32 seconds in the first. This one's snapped, held by Eckley, and it is up, and it is good. The Spartans going to make this a 4-point ball game. 3-7 is your score now as Nebraska trots back on the field. Their offensive unit, they're going to go to Quentin Ives. This time, not able to escape. He's been escaping our guys all afternoon so far, at least in the first quarter, and we're going to have to slow him down if we want to keep up any bit of this game. Ives this time going to muscle. He does have the first down. 5 carries, 31 yards, so about 6 yards per carry so far for the backup running back. Emmett Johnson may not be needed here in Nebraska. Dylan Raiola rolling out. Pressure was there, but Dyansty's got it and running over. I believe that was, I'm not sure if that was Frazier out there. I can't remember, but either way, a big, big catch and run on the rollout there. Now Raiola's going to go to Quentin Ives. He's got some space up the left side. Give him 7 on the ground. Good blocking downfield and at the line of scrimmage. Our defensive units are not getting a lot of pressure now on the outside. Denson Jr. brings Ives down. Now our first look at the 3rd-string running back, the freshman. Let's see if he's going to get involved, and he is not. It's a play action outside. That one's caught and quickly brought down after a couple of yards now as they have a 3rd and 10. No Dyansty on the field right now. It's going to be a handoff to Quentin Ives. Quentin Ives, nowhere to go. He's going to lose one, maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and the Cornhuskers settle for the field goal, and it is up, and it's good as well. So trading a couple of field goals, Cornhuskers keep their lead at 7, just like it was happening. So we're basically reset now. Aiden Childs is going to step up, launch it outside to Nick Marsh. Good job getting that one in bounds and getting a couple after the catch there. Now Aiden Childs is going to go. Tolliver's got a seam. Good tackle. If he breaks that, that's a touchdown. So far, Elijah Tolliver, 5 for 28 on the ground. 1st and 10. Tolliver's going to get out of the backfield on the air, spinning out of the first one and moving the chains. They're going to call it a first down again. I wasn't so sure that one was going to be, big enough catch and run to get the first down, but this is a big enough run, spinning, and oh man, should have just taken the conversion. So now instead of a first down, you have a 3rd and 1 right around the 2-minute warning. Just get to the marker. Good job by Tolliver. Roger Gradney is there, number 45, to bring him down, but it's not quick enough as we move the chains. 2nd and 3 now, a minute and a half to go. Childs under pressure. He is sacked, and Matt Golbin goes down as our offensive line continues to suffer injuries. 3rd and 10 now. Jack Velling's out. Matt Golbin's out. The protection is not as good as it once was, and you see it there. 4th and 14, the 3rd sack of the day. Thankfully, Golbin will return. It's just cramps. That was Dasan McCullough. They're bringing down Aiden Childs, and then Nebraska gets a chance here. They're going to just throw it out of bounds. Raiola felt the pressure. We were finally able to get to him, but just not quite quick enough to bring him down. So they have it 2nd and 10. Raiola evades the pressure. Back across the middle to Dane Key. Good job grabbing that one, but they're not going to use their timeout, so they let the clock run down. They do run one play out to Quentin Ives on the screen. He's got a lot of space if he cuts it outside, but instead stays in the middle of the field. And that is going to send this one to halftime. 10-3 could be much worse. With passing, we're pretty comparable. Rushing, they're beating us. And time of possession, they're beating us by a significant minute and about, 33 seconds. So good job there by them controlling this ball game so far. But second half is a new half, and we start on a 1st and 10. Aiden Childs using his legs. We did not see much of that in the first half, and that's probably been where our offense is most successful, when he is running it and making the defense, basically making them cover you on the ground as well as worry about the receivers. Childs, though, under pressure, making a 4th sack of the day. Elijah Judy with his 2nd alone. And this Nebraska defensive line is eating our injury-riddled team up. And Aiden Childs, just get rid of it. Oh my gosh. Down to the 1. That was almost a safety. And let alone, we have to punt it away. And Nebraska starts on our side of the 50 at the 49-yard line. And Quentin Ives flips the field immediately with the big scamper on the inside zone. He has 63 on the day. And Nebraska is now inside our territory. That one's a flat route outside. It's broken and down to the 10 or 11. Raiola only has about 1 incompletion at this moment. He's going to hand it off now. Quentin Ives juking, breaks a tackle, cuts inside, touchdown. Big Red, 17-3 if they hit their extra point. And they just love that celebration here in Nebraska, I guess, as we have to answer now down by double digits, or multiple scores, I should say. If we don't answer here, this one's dangerously close to getting out of hand. 17-3, 3rd and 9. Big conversion here. Childs is all alone. You've got an empty set. He's looking to throw. Pressure is not getting home. This time, Rodney Buller grabs it, breaks the tackle, and he goes down across midfield down to the 46. His first grab of the day. He did have that big catch that was nullified by the penalty earlier, so we would have had him involved, but Childs immediately takes the 5th sack of the day. Dasan McCullough is there in the backfield. Again, I warned you guys about him. He gets around in the backfield, but they're going to get about 15 of those yards back. 3rd and 4. That is a big change of possession there, as they're able to make this a little bit more manageable. And Tolliver's all alone. Nobody ran with Elijah Tolliver out of the backfield down to the 11. Tolliver with his 3rd grab of the day. 2nd and 5 now. RPO bubble screen. Tolliver takes it, cuts up the middle, close to the end zone. They give him to the 1, as it is now 1st and goal. You need a touchdown here. Nowhere to go for Mekhi Frazier. He is stuffed. Dasan McCullough again. This guy just gets around. It is now a 2nd and goal. Aiden Childs play action. looking to throw, no one open, dumps it out of bounds, doesn't want to take another hit as the wear and tear is starting to get to him. And we've got to try and keep him healthy if we want a chance to win this game. Now Childs to the end zone, wide open, doesn't even put his hands up. Oh my goodness, that's where Jack Velling is there, but Parachek just does not even get his head around to make the grab now. 4th and goal, going for a collision in the end zone, and it's picked off. Aiden Childs has 2 guys, oh my gosh, wide open for a chance to get back into this game. And Parachek and Masunis collide. I mean, they're just basically going at it in the end zone, and it just sails. Deshaun Singleton, I mean, I can't even give him credit for the interception. That was a good read. You have 2 guys wide open, and they're just, hugging each other instead of looking for the pass. I don't know what else you could do there. 2 back-to-back bad plays by the 3rd-string Parachek. And we're going to have to get a stop. 3rd and 11 after the TFL for Wayne Matthews the 3rd. Can we get a stop here? This pretty much is the ball game. Raiola steps up. Got a man wide open. I saw him from a mile away. That's the tight end. First time we're really calling his name. But Mac Markaway makes a big grab there. They're going to now run a delayed pass. It's going to be outside. Barney Jr. is going to make a couple guys miss, and he's got another 1st down. So they will just essentially run this one all the way down to the 4th. It is 1 second left. They're going to go to the ground. That's a big carry by the 3rd stringer. He's got it down inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. Oh, my goodness. And Dylan Raiola has 4 targets and 2 more targets individually to multiple different guys. Nebraska is everywhere. They're going to keep it on the ground. No, a little bit of a play action. It's caught, but thankfully finally brought down Malik Spencer. That's who it was earlier I was looking for. That got exposed in coverage and trucked by Dane Key. They now have a 3rd and goal. A stop here would be big. They're going to fake it into the back of the end zone. They caught it a catch. It looked like he dropped it to me, but they're going to give him the touchdown. And this one's going to be really tough to come back from as Masunis does break the initial tackle. Finally, a tight end making a play. Jack Velling, we need you out there, bro. You are much better than these guys now. A pass outside. Childs lets it fly, and Masunis, I mean, he's not 9 feet tall, Aiden. What do you expect him to do there? 3rd and inches, wide open, sails it again. Oh, my goodness. The wear and tear is just getting to this quarterback right now. I'm on the verge of substituting the backup in. Not that it's going to be much better, but just because Aiden Childs, I don't want him to physically get destroyed in a game that is pretty much lost now with 7 minutes to go. Maybe he can get us down the field. Maybe we can score somehow. Now a nice quick pass to Amari Kelly. That's a little bit better. Get the ball moving. 3rd and 4 now, much better than 3rd and long. Childs under pressure, looks to throw. I mean, pressure everywhere. And just another incomplete pass as they now will face a 4th and 4. You've got to go for it at this point. Aiden Childs stepping up, looking to run. He's going to get there, lowers his shoulder, takes a big hit from behind after it seemed like he was already going down. So maybe a little bit of a cheap shot there by this Cornhuskers defense, but nevertheless, it is a conversion. Childs steps up again. He's going to have to do it all. This offense can't get anybody open, so if you can't get a guy open to pass it to him, you've got to run the ball, and Aiden Childs is realizing that right now. 2nd and 15, stepping up, looking to throw, lobs it to Tolliver, who stumbles. Man, if he had stayed on his feet, might have been a much bigger grab, but instead it is 3rd and 5. Childs under pressure off the play action, downfield. I mean, pass interference, ref. Amari Kelly gets tackled in midair. And now it is a 4th and 5. I thought that was a little bit of a controversial call, or no call. Aiden Childs outside to McCray, who makes the grab. Maybe we should just be going to him all game long, as Childs is going to run out back to the line. 1st and goal. Finding Masunis. It's a touchdown, and instead, oh my goodness, you just can't throw it to the tight ends in this game with Jack Velling out as he dropped a wide open catch. I mean, he got grabbed around the ankles. How do you drop the ball? But Childs is going to finish it off. He just walks up the middle, and that's an easiest touchdown of the season so far for Aiden Childs. I really liked that call there, keeping it with himself and putting 7 on the board, but doesn't matter. The onside kick goes to Nebraska, and they will have a chance to extend their lead. It is 24 to 10 now. Dylan Raiola, 2nd and 1. He's going to hand it. No, he's going to fake it. Raiola again. All kinds of room to run off the read option. Jukes out around a man, and it's finally brought down by Spencer, I believe that was. And another big gain on the ground for Dylan Raiola. He has done a great job with his legs. Quentin Ives get off of me, man, and he gets a couple after a bit of a grown man move there. Good job to rally to the ball and bring him down. 3rd and 7 now. Raiola hands it off to Ives. Big stop in the backfield by Bell, and that will be a positive. We hold him to a field goal. Not that it's going to do too much, but we have to hope that it will. And basically hope that we can score in about 30 seconds if we want a chance to win this ball game. There's not much hope if we can't. Aiden Childs needs to throw a bomb. We have to get out of bounds every play. We have to basically just hope somebody gets open deep, converts, gets into the end zone, onside kick, score again, convert, get into the end zone. It's a big, big, big long shot, but we're here right now. And maybe I should have went for 2 on the last possession, but Aiden Childs finding Nick Marsh. We are moving not quite as quick as we would have hoped, down to around the 47-yard line on their side of the field. 2nd and 10. Childs steps up. He does have some space. He's going to cut it inside. No point in sliding, I guess, right now, but he is dangerously close to being injured with the wear and tear up right now. He did have a miracle against USC last week. Probably not going to have one here. He had a touchdown. I mean, Nick Marsh wide open, but instead Masunis doesn't even jump. But looks like they're going to call pass interference, I think. I'm not sure if it really was, but maybe a bit of a makeup call from the lack of one earlier that led to us not getting a touchdown. Now Childs is going to take off with it. He's got a lot of space running towards the right pylon. Instead, gets out of bounds around the 5. And that gives us a goal line scenario. Childs looking to throw. Pressure there. Ball is deflected. It was intended for Kelly. I think he had a step on his man, but just not quite enough air under that one. Now he's going to go inside. Nick Marsh gets upended. Could have been a hospital ball, but instead falls to the ground. 3rd and goal. 0 for 2 so far. This time, Masunis does grab it. I mean, I don't know how much I trust him to make a catch at this point, but he does get that one. So it is 27-16 after the failed 2-point conversion attempt. You've got to get 2 onside kicks at least. It starts here. Can they get it? It is booted. It's fumbled. And Nebraska gets it somehow. Got a little excited there, but really doesn't seem like we had a chance at all in this one. And Dylan Raiola will kneel it down. And the Huskers take this one home. Their first ranked win of the season. And our first loss as a ranked team as we fall to 4-1. And we've got to just move on. We can't let this game just hold over our heads and ruin our season. Dylan Raiola, not a lot of yards, but man, he was almost perfect. 85% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns. The dude only had 3 incompletions all game long. A couple of short fields, a couple of mistakes by Aiden Childs. That 1 interception, I mean, I can't consider that a mistake. It was just a collision in the end zone, and, you know, both of our guys were put out of the play for some reason. I really think this game could have went different if it wasn't for that. Dylan Raiola really spread the ball around. He had Dane Key with 5, and I believe that was Barney Jr. with 4, maybe somebody else, but man, defensive line was everywhere. Desan McCullough, Elijah Judy, Lynn Hart, Williams Waniri. I mean, this team was good. Good at getting in the backfield, and then you saw Deshaun Singleton with the interception I was just talking about in the end zone, and that kind of really just changed the game. Aiden Childs did get 230 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick that I don't even blame on him. The play before Parachek didn't have anything, wasn't even paying attention, and then the play after Parachek knocks Masunis out of the play and gets it intercepted, so maybe we just don't ever put him on the field ever again. But Michael Masunis, he did his okay job, you know, replacing Jack Velling. Jack Velling had 1 grab, then went down with injury. Hopefully he's going to be back next week. Malik Spencer had a solid game. I mean, he just, our defense just was not good today. Dylan Raiola was perfect, basically. He had a couple of incompletions, but our defense just could not get any stops. And because of that loss, we're getting interest lost. I mean, Monty Foster is gone. Martino is gone. A guy that I was pretty high on. Monty Foster was another guy I was really high on as well. Not the fastest, but, you know, big physical guy. Gio Titus four-star linebacker commits to our rival. That loss is really big for us. I mean, that was basically the prove that we are a ranked team or lose it and prove that we were playing a soft schedule beforehand, and that's what it looks like to most right now, that we just didn't have a good schedule. We are going to go out there and, you know, change some of this. Von Bynum, we finally know a couple of his interests, so we're going to be able to hard sell him. He's a 3-star wide receiver, 306th at his position and 1600th nationally, so not like he's some crazy prospect, but I mean, we're going to need depth. All of these guys aren't going to come in and instantly be superstars. You can't always do that, especially at a school where, you know, you're not the top team in your conference or the top team in your country. But that's the good part about being in a conference like the Big Ten. We can use that as the pitch for a lot of these guys that are interested in playing in a really good conference. We have playing time, and we have a very, very high conference prestige. So I'm pretty excited to be able to use that. Isaac DeBose is a guy I am very interested in, a 4-star cornerback, and we now know his interest just due to everything else being X'd out. So we're going to be able to bring him in on, which pitch is it? I hate trying to just scroll through all of these and figure out which one it is. I think it's that one. Yeah, we're going to bring him in on the status seeker, and we're also going to give him the 10 hours there. And nobody else was ready for a visit. I don't think so. We are pretty much good. Dennis Crow is actually picking Ohio over us, so I didn't really see a point in continuing to go after a 2-star cornerback that does not even want to be here. Didn't make a lot of sense for me, and we're going to give those extra 10 hours to Von Bynum, the 3-star receiver you guys saw. Unfortunately, that's all the news I have right now. Khalil Lavelle is currently the only commit we have up until this point. Nate Akwo, I am going to give a little bit to. I'm not, you know, going to go crazy after a 2-star offensive lineman, but it is what it is. Next episode, we'll be taking on UCLA. Both of us 4-1, both of us talented. We're going to get to see Nico Iamaleva. I believe is how you pronounce his name. I could be wrong. We're going to get to see him in action, see if he's, you know, living up to the hype, whether or not UCLA regrets bringing him in and giving up Joey Aguilar. We don't know. We're going to have to see how Nico plays against us, and if we want to win that game, our defense is going to have to play a hell of a lot better than they did today. I mean, they just, you know, were not good at all against Dylan Raiola, and Nico, in my opinion, is a much more talented quarterback overall wise, and when it comes to, you know, moving the ball up and down the field very rapidly, especially after playing in that high octane Tennessee offense under Josh Heupel. That's for next episode, though. 4-1, disappointing loss, but we can bounce back. Let's not let this end our season here. We have a lot of room to grow and a lot of room to improve. So next episode, we're going to head back to Michigan and in Spartan Stadium and try to protect home turf against the Bruins there out of UCLA. I hope you guys are excited for that matchup, a bit of a unique one as their second year in the Big Ten. If you did enjoy this episode, hit the like button and subscribe. It helps me out and it helps you guys get notified whenever I post these series and my other videos. And I thank you all for watching. Have a great day, everybody. I'll catch you all next time.
Soundstripe.